Okay, folks, ready to ditch the winter blues.
Nice.
All right, so today we are diving into something a little warmer, a little sunnier.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we're heading down to the Dominican Republic, specifically Punta Cana,
Okay.
which has been getting a lot of buzz as like a retirement haven.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, and we've got these real estate brochures
Mm-hmm.
that are just like painting this picture-perfect scene.
Right.
You know, turquoise waters and swaying palm trees.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to unpack all that, you know, what's behind that tropical facade.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to look beyond the brochures.
Absolutely.
So let's see what we got here.
Okay.
So they're really pushing this idea of, you know, Punta Cana's growth,
Mm-hmm.
talking about beautiful beaches and real estate opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's all fueled by tourism.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And they even highlight the country's stability. Like, that's a big selling point.
Right, sure.
But, you know, I think we need to dig a little deeper here.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, all this growth sounds great,
Yeah.
but is it sustainable?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what about the environmental impact? You know, all these new resorts popping up.
Right, they need resources.
Yeah. What about the island's water, natural resources, even those pristine beaches?
Definitely something to consider.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, let's see what else we have here.
Okay.
So they're really excited about these cheap properties,
Yeah.
like Bávaro, Verón, and Punta Cana itself,
Mm-hmm.
saying there are options galore.
Cheap is always attractive.
Right. But cheap is relative, right?
Exactly.
What are we comparing this to?
That's the first thing you got to ask, you know?
Yeah.
What's the cost of living in Punta Cana compared to where you are now?
Right.
There are tools online, you know, like Numbia that can help with that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, and you have to think about the hidden costs, too.
Oh, like what?
Property taxes, for instance.
Oh, right.
HOA fees if you're in a development.
Yeah.
And don't forget about import duties on things you might not be able to get locally.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So they're also talking about, you know, 24/7 security in these developments,
Okay.
which sounds reassuring, right?
Sure, on the surface.
Yeah. But is that really reflective of the overall safety?
That's what I'd want to know.
Like, what's the crime rate like outside those gated communities?
Yeah, you got to look beyond the bubble.
For sure. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be realistic here,
Okay.
but I'm picturing myself sipping a cocktail on a pristine beach.
Of course.
So let's get practical for a second.
Always a good idea.
So healthcare. What do we need to know about healthcare in the Dominican Republic?
That's huge, especially in retirement. You need to know about the quality of the healthcare facilities, availability of specialists, you know, if you need something specific.
Yeah.
And does your current health insurance cover you abroad?
Oh, that's a really good point.
A lot of expats end up getting private health insurance in the DR.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's something to research for sure.
Wow. Okay. So we've got this taste of the dream lifestyle now.
It does sound appealing.
It does. But there's a lot more to consider than just sunshine and beaches.
Absolutely. This is a big decision.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this brochure really highlights how important it is to do your own research
Mm-hmm.
before making any life-changing moves like this.
Yeah, don't just take their word for it.
Yeah, exactly. Go beyond the glossy pictures, you know.
Right.
You need to understand the real Dominican Republic, the good and the bad.
Yeah,
That's the key to a successful and enjoyable retirement anywhere, really.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so to sum it all up,
Mm-hmm.
do your homework, folks.
Couldn't agree more.
Talk to people who are actually living there.
Mm-hmm.
Research the cost of living, health care, all of it.
Yep, it's worth the effort.
Definitely. All right, well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the possibilities
Mm-hmm.
and the realities of retiring in Punta Cana.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Until next time.
See ya. Bye.